Yo, what's up everybody? Today I'm doing an unboxing from this company. It's called Custom Brackets. They make these amazing brackets for flash photography, and it's all custom built. I love the one I have. Used this for several years doing red carpets, and I want to show you guys their pro version of it, and I'm going to unbox it right here. And so this is the pro bracket that I got, and the one I've used over the years is called a CB Mini RC. What they are used for is when you have, especially when you're using flash photography, you want the lens closest to the lens. So I'm going to show you kind of like, what it looks like. So this is a grip. I attach it to this plate, and then it's able to, when you're shooting vertically, you have the flash bracket mounted right here. Let me just go ahead and set that up for you guys. So give you an example what it looks like. Because I'm using my camera right now, I don't have another body with me. So imagine this is your vertical grip, and then I'll bring out my flash. For my flash, I have the Flash Mob 3.0. It's from Think Tank. It's amazing little flash holder because it can hold your flash with your diffuser on top if you're not using that. But so right now I have the CB Mini RC. It has a little cold shoe mount that I kind of put a piece of tape because the metal doesn't need to contact this metal piece, because or else it'll go haywire. And so I have this Godox V360 version 3. So what it looks like is like this. So imagine like you have your camera, you have your lens. It's about like this length when it's closed up. So when you're shooting in portrait mode, because you want this flash closest to the lens right here, and it looks great when you're taking photos. So you don't give that harsh shadow effect next to the person. So when you're shooting them in front of a banner or whatever, or some background, you get that harsh shadow when the flash, let's say if it's on top of the camera, when it's on top of the camera, like right here, it'll just give that harsh shadow and give that big shadow across their behind them. So with this, it makes it so that it's right behind them, and you don't get that shadow or very minimal of it. So that's why I have this kind of flash bracket and placed on here. So let me take this off and go ahead and unbox the pro version and of this container. Let's see. So they just got it. It took about like a month before Custom Brackets actually sent this over. So I'm not even sure how they taped this. They taped it really. There's no really area to open it at. Or they taped it really good. All right, let's see. Let's go with the top. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. On the opening. This is very difficult to open. So slowly open it up. There we go. Okay, finally. Open it up. Okay. Dropped everything out. Plus. Okay, so I bought like 2 little things from them. It's called the RF PRO-arca rapid fire bracket. what it is that you're able to, this is what it looks like. It's very thin. So I get the Arca Swiss version. You need to unlock this one, and let's see. How would we do this? All right, cool. Okay, there we go. Now it fits. So this one is amazing because you can put your flash on top of the camera and you can rotate it to the other side, versus like this, the same one by CB Mini RC, you can only go shoot one way, which is this way. So if you shoot, you know, with the camera right next to it, it turns it, you know, when you're doing like a big group, you want to kind of landscape so you get more people to fit in instead of vertical. It'll still create the shadow if it's like over here, so you want the flash on top of the camera when you are shooting landscape mode. So that's why we do it. We want like a version that, a version that custom bracket made, that you can kind of move the flash from the top portrait mode to landscape mode easily. So I have, it came with what it came with. This looks like what I ordered. There are a little receipt and information, and the instruction manual of how to use this bracket, which I don't really quite need yet. So in terms of, and also this little piece, this cold shoe mount, it's an upgraded version. I decided to buy the upgraded version of the cold shoe mount to mount in the flash instead of using something that I found, or cutting off the cable version of it. In order to use the wireless flash, you would need like a trigger. So since I use a Godox flash, I have a Godox trigger that triggers the flash to be able to fire. So it cuts the cord without having to have a cord around it. And so I found this thing. This is quite unique. It's an all metal design, and it gives you enough space that when you put it on there, it doesn't have that metal contact, that you don't have to put a piece of tape right on the bottom of it so that it won't fire like crazy. So let's see, you can put it on whatever way you want. So I can lock it in place and you're good to go. And it'll stay sturdy enough on here. That's basically for that flash portion of it. I'm gonna screw that on. So right here is where you screw on the flash, and you kind of want to put this part right underneath it. But you need a screwdriver to loosen it up to move it apart so that it can fit right between it. So I need a quick screwdriver. Let's see if I have one. Oh, I actually glued one. But it's not a screwdriver, it's for tightening things. So let me pull the screwdriver from, okay, there we go. What I need to do is loosen this up on both sides, and then mount this little thing on top of the bracket. Once I do that, screw this in. Tightly screwed on there. Now I can just make these two tight on the ends. All right, cool. So now you see it. It's this cold shoe is mounted on there, and you don't actually have to. You can tighten this up, and now you don't have to bother with it anymore. So now you can always mount the flash. So what's cool about this bracket is that it can fit, if you have a vertical grip, you just have to get this little hex key Allen wrench out, loosen this part right here, and to bring it up higher, because depending on your lens, if you have a vertical bracket, you'll need it higher, because imagine you put this bracket on here. The reason why I got Arca Swiss version is because I use this strap right here. The strap is how it holds. I keep the strap permanently on there, and this bracket that's very thin, so it's great for shooting photography and being able to quick release the strap off, because you can actually unwind this. And then let's see. Oops, there we go. So here's the bracket. I'm gonna put it on here on this Arca Swiss plate, and then tighten it up. So now I have the camera. Imagine, where to go? See, it's gonna be over a little bit. So imagine now the camera's on there and my lens, actually don't really know where the lens would go. Let's see right here. So imagine this is the vertical grip and I have it, I'm gonna set it to the maximum and then tighten it up because I'm not quite sure where would the lens be at because I don't have the camera body on me. Now that I've tightened it, all right, get the Allen key. So now this one needs to be locked in place so you can actually screw it in to tighten it so it doesn't move back and forth. Now you have that set right there. It doesn't move back and forth. And then you have this little thing that comes with it. It's like to set it so that it doesn't fall over and tilt over, especially with the heavy lens. It gives it that extra like, space that holds it down. So now you're set to go. And now I'm gonna put this flash on top of here. Uh-oh, I had it on backwards. I think I put it on backwards. Let's see. Where's this cold shoe on there now? Oh, it is on backwards. I think it is. Let's see. Is that right? I did put it on backwards, I'm not quite sure. Huh. Can't put it on anymore. I'm gonna figure that out. Take this part off. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna lock it in first and then put it on here. Oops, I should have opened it this way. Yes. Alright. Loosen this up too. I think I did it wrong. Let me do this first. So is it? There we go. Okay. Okay. Spring. There's a spring built into it. Oh, I actually like that. I didn't know about that. I'm not quite sure how to place this so it doesn't move around. Should work. This goes higher. Doesn't do that. Maybe they did. They made this a little too thin. If you look closely right there, this little slider thing doesn't slide underneath the bottom of it. So I'm not quite sure if it's really, let me turn on the light. Got it, cool. Ooh, sorry, so bright. I'm gonna fix that ISO real quick, guys. All right, cool, okay. So, yeah, this is a little weird. If you look at it closely, see this thing that slides. Sorry, focus real quick. All right, cool. See that slider right there that slides it back and forth? This little thing. It doesn't slide underneath it. I'm not sure how that will work. But I guess we'll just hold it in place. I mean, the only thing we can do is tighten it up and hold it in place. I'm not quite sure how it will work. This maybe prevent it from moving, sliding left and right. Oh, I see. I see that. Okay, so there's a spring right in the middle. So this is something new. There's a spring right in the middle that can bring these things up and down, which is kind of cool. So when you latch it in, when you latch your flash in, let's say it's loose, tighten it up, and then I can lock it in the bottom. So make sure that it has enough space so it can fit any kind of flash that has a thicker bottom plate. So now it's on there, it's tightly secured. So you can now take it off. I gotta bring it down. So it loosened the bottom first too, so you can use this. So you put it on there tight, and then turn this up so it doesn't move. So you gotta kind of do dual things. So after you use it, and then yeah, this is what the reason why you bought it for is to be able to do this, go left and right by swinging this around. So when you're shooting vertically, portrait wise, having a bracket right there, trigger wise. Of course, this is, so you're shooting with your lens this way, and then you want to shoot portrait. Now instead of the flash being all the way over here, just bring it to the top, and now you're able to shoot it this way with the trigger on your camera with the lens there. Instead of this one bracket can only go one way. So this can go. This is this is one of the biggest reasons why you got it. And it's like triple the price. I think it's like $200 for this bracket, and this one's like $50-$60 for this CB Mini RC. They made a newer version of it, but I've had this for like over a decade. And this is the RF Pro ARCA Swiss. AS stands for ARCA Swiss because of the it's like a quick release version of it. So yeah, here's a little bracket. So if you kind of bring this in, it can all fall over. So there's no balance to it. So that's why they built this little plate here, so it can swivel in and out and keep it straight up. There you go. Now you have it up and down. Boom. Yep. For my flash. And I can slide it off. I just gotta loosen this thing too. So whenever you use it, you have to kind of loosen it because there's a spring there. I didn't know about that spring. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Universal like locking shoe mount. If you tighten it really down, it gives it very minimal space. So keep it loose. There we go. It springs up. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Not as convenient though, but that's how you. Oh, you know what? I can slide this underneath now. So it doesn't move. And that perfect way of getting it worked around. Cool. And then lock it in place. Now I'm good to go. All right, I've set it that now it doesn't spring back and forth. I finally got the little plates underneath on the sides go underneath this bracket. Now it gives you enough space on top, so like when I mount my flash, it gives you that ample room. And then of course when I lock it down, it works perfectly, and it gives you that still enough space right underneath that doesn't give you that contact to the metal, and so it won't fire on and off. So imagine I turn it on and fire flash. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So excited for this vertical, horizontal portrait landscape rapid flash pro bracket. Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at this beautiful design. And if you have any questions about shooting red carpets or using these types of brackets, please leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to answer them the best way I can. Of course, storage for this device is pretty easy. It doesn't take much space in your bag. I mean, this is, you fold it up, it's like this much space. So compared to this right here, you can kind of put it away easily. Or you can, if you have the Allen wrench you constantly keep with you, there's no storage for this Allen wrench. I wish there was like a little spot you can store it. Yeah, it comes with this little also 1/4 inch thread on the side where you can hold things or use it for, I guess if you're using a strap, you can hook it via like a spider strap or something else like that. But in terms of the ARCA Swiss, this is quite amazing. It even has a 1/4 inch on the bottom of this, so you can put it on top of a tripod. Yeah, in terms of everything else design-wise, if you want it more compact, definitely use an Allen. Use this Allen key. Loosen this up. If you don't use a vertical, like a, I guess grip, you can definitely bring it down to make it even less space, usage. So it goes like that. And that's basically all there is to this video. Pretty cool. I love it. Custom brackets. I'll leave a link down in the description. And if you have any questions about this bracket, leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.
Alright, so here is it in in portrait mode. Not portrait mode, in landscape mode. And then you turn it like this, and it's in portrait mode. So this is the custom bracket, pro version, and this right here can, for support when you're holding it up, but you literally can swap it back and forth really easily, so it won't hold up unless this leg is out. And yeah, and of course it's all wireless because there is no cord, because I'm using a trigger to fire this. So turn on real quick. Let me turn this on, so I'll fire the flash. Oops, let me turn on the Wi-Fi. There we go. Yeah, so fire it up. That's basically it for this flash bracket.